There is a famous quote that says, "Tell me the song sitting on the lips of youth, and I will tell you the future of that country." I would like to add, show me the app sitting on the phones of youth, and I will tell you the future of that country. I literally hated putting that YouTube versus TikTok in title, but I have to share a message that needs an attention of people apart from my current subscribers. So just for the sake of YouTube algorithm and hope to find those people, I had to do it. And by the way, if you are looking for that YouTube versus TikTok drama, don't waste your time here. I don't give a fuck about either YouTube or TikTok. How funny it is, right? In the beginning of lockdown, people were psyched about learning new skills, and now all they care about is bunch of 20-year-olds fighting over YouTube versus TikTok. But who is really winning in all of this? Shitty content and our insensitivity towards the real issues. The meaning of content, creativity and influencing people has already lost its credibility. You really got to question the meaning of content when the most liked video in our country is one person cursing other. Our generation doesn't think about the choices, does it? By the way, those who are still hustling, respect, because that's the shit that matters. Let me get to this stuff straight, and please listen to me carefully. It's obvious why TikTok got so famous. There are two types of people who don't understand what they are doing. First, the kids, and second, the adults who are still kids. That kind of entertainment can do an irreversible damage to a thinking process. TikTok is a place where people go without a purpose. The content is served to them and they surrender their senses to it. There is no way you can learn anything in just 15 seconds, and most of you already know how useless that app is. But if half of the Indian youth is using it, what story it is telling us? But let's not talk more about TikTok. What about YouTube? Look, YouTube ain't shit either. Everyone knows the videos that do good on YouTube are pranks, dumbass challenges and abusive entertainment. But the good thing about YouTube is that there are amazing learning resources, and that too for free. I mean, you can do a complete degree course on YouTube, like you don't even have to pay for it. But tell me, apart from Sandeep Maheshwari and Dr. Vivek Bindra, top 10 YouTubers in India aren't really that influential. All of those videos are pure entertainment, and half of those videos are types of people in exam, in kitchen, in bathroom, in toilet. You know what I'm talking about. I have been fan of some of these people, but apart from the entertainment, none of this influenced me to the point where it would help me to do anything in life. There comes a guy who starts roasting people, and what we do? We become a fan. Everyone in India can put that type of content because everyone in India can talk the way he can talk. But the only difference is people are not recording themselves and they are not putting it on the internet. I respect people who write comedy scripts, make people laugh and put in some real efforts. But roasting content is the coolest content of them all. I don't want to hate on that guy, but how can you make a sad face when you got 7 million subscribers in I think 3 days and you're crying about a removal of your video? I mean, it might take me at least 20 years to get 7 million subs. And it's not that he even worked his ass off for that video. I mean, do you even have to research when you have to make a roast video? Do you know Logan Paul? Do you know what he did in the Japan? What do you learn from it? Just like roasting someone works, empathy also works. Look, I admire everyone who puts in the real work, and I totally respect that guy. He's doing from a long time. But the sad reality is there are some amazing dope level content creators that are getting shadowed because of this. That's where I feel bad for the youth of India. It's been a point in their life where the meaning of content and entertainment is being limited to abusive comedy, roasts, pranks and soft porn. This type of content is so engaging and attention seeking that more and more people want to consume it. And not just consume it, but also create it. That guy begs for likes, and being a generous fan, everyone does it. People are even taking pride in the fact that they contributed their likes to the most liked video. I really don't understand the meaning of likes anymore. Not documentaries, not short films, and not even TED Talks, but a controversial video where a person is abusing other is the most liked video in our country. And by the way, it's so funny when these guys talk about content and social media influencing. God, I hate that word, that influencer word. Do you know what else influences people? A single comment on their photo. People are already getting influenced every now and then through smallest of things, and these people are just contributing a little part to it, but again in a filthy way. The only difference is that they are doing it for the money and views. Half of country's youth is now fighting over two apps like it's their family issue. Look, I don't have to tell you about what's good and what's bad. You already know what's good and what's bad. My point is, what things we are prioritizing in our consumption. The amount of attention people are paying to these controversies, especially the youth, It's bonkers. Everyone prepared themselves like the war is on and they have to perform their duty. Give the likes to the guy I love, give the dislike to the guy I hate, and congratulations on your contribution to our country. I can't help myself but just look at the sheer power of our youth. People were already bored. Every day you wake up, turn on the news and see corona infected statistics. People really needed something to get their heads out, and what could be a better thing than a controversy or drama? Two people decided to fight online through video. It's so funny, the topic they decided was quality content because none of them have it. Anyway, it was a fight and fight will gather crowd. People were already hungry and decided to make it a national issue. I know and I totally understand how fucked up TikTok is. But do you really think abusing people and being a part of this controversy is more important than focusing on your work? Once the people get their mind involved in something like this, like taking a side A or side B, they start believing that it's their personal fight and they have to do something for the country. If you really want to do something for the country, you really know what to do. Stop being an asshole and fucking work. I understand if you hate it, you hate it. But prioritizing this hatred over anything else in your life actually means that you are also getting sold in this shit. Tell me, who told you this is a civil war? And most importantly, who told you to fight it? I hope you don't want to get remembered as I help hashtag ban TikTok India to be trending #1 on Twitter, or I help a shitty content become the most liked video on YouTube India. It is important to understand why we do the things we do. It is clear that these TikTokers want to be in the spotlight. I feel bad for all 15-year-old girls who think these people are love of their life just because they have the kind of swag that can only be faked on the camera. India is a land of ultimates. We have witnessed the personality that other countries can only dream of. You can find a country like USA, Germany, England, Italy, Iran, Saudi Arabia, but you can't find a country like India. With all this glorious history behind us, we have chose to come to a place where our role models are the people who abuse others and create drama for attention. Can't believe it's all for the views. I would be the happiest man in the universe if I get 100 views on my 100th video. Youth is a delicate thing. It doesn't understand what's good or what's bad. It just follows whatever others are following. By the way, I feel so grateful for the fact that this kind of content wasn't around when I was younger. Today's kids have so much in their hands, man. All you need to know is how to use internet, and I think they learned it before they learned how to count. This was a bubble. It was supposed to burst. I am glad TikTokers were the ones who started it. But still, just look at the sheer drama that is going on. It's a true fact. We love dramas, controversies and fights. Like if I put out a roast of a famous celebrity tomorrow, I would probably get 10 times more views than I would have got until now. That's how it works. These are nothing but true and hard facts. You might like it or you might not. And this is just the glimpse of what we can involve ourselves into. Like literally every single young person in India is now sharing the same consciousness, like YouTube versus TikTok. There is a part of population of India who still goes to sleep without food. The whole world is now getting messed up due to this corona, and all you are caring about this bunch of 20-year-old kids fighting over their favorite app. Look, if you don't like it, don't use it. I'm out guys, I got to work. I hope you stay safe first from this bullshit and then the corona. Do the work people.